You can have new inner resources and inner wisdom. You can use those at any time. You can put the pieces together and you can integrate. Here's how. Set your intention to release the bonds and have resolution for this relationship. You can go ahead and have the strength to end it, or realize that it's not necessary, that it's outdated. Sit with it for a few moments while your unconscious is working for you. Distract your conscious mind so it stays out of the way of this important work. You don't want your conscious mind meddling with all that thinking. You want your high-powered computer, the unconscious, to do this work. This is no place for the conscious mind. Does it need to focus on breathing again? Okay, let's go ahead and have it count backwards by 3, from 100 to 1. Part of your mind is in time, and part is beyond time. You no longer need to carry over these residues, old intentions. You no longer need to carry over these residues, the old intentions, the old vows. They may no longer serve you. They may no longer apply. Is this truly my wish to let the past be in the past and to go in the direction that I'm going? Sit with that. Let your unconscious help you answer it, with the help of any emotions that come up when you discuss this. It's possible that you will not consciously remember any part of this audio, which means your unconscious was hard at work on it. You do not need to remember or consciously process it in any way in order to heal from it. Your unconscious, you got this. Allow your body and your unconscious mind to work the way they were programmed to work. Get out of the way and let them do their job. This is the right tool for the job, your unconscious. Unconscious, if this relationship is about my soul and enlightenment, please let me know. Is there a way that this residue, this pattern, is helpful for the growth of my soul, or moving me toward enlightenment? Is there a payoff or a debt that I have to pay, and now is the chance to pay that debt? Or do I simply need to release the situation, to let it go, to let it be? I'm willing to do what is necessary to get there. Please, unconscious, show me the way. Are there more reasons beyond my understanding that this relationship was created and maintained? What are they? Do I need to reframe, or do I need to endure the pain? Is this residue karmically required? Is this a role reversal and I need to balance something? Am I supposed to learn about ultimate reality and non-duality, that there is no other, there's no us, there's no them? Do I need to stop thinking in terms of other or us versus them? Unconscious, please find out if it's possible that I'm looking at it in terms of judgment, good and bad, as opposed to just learning from it. Maybe this is my personal growth. Am I working from going from conventional reality to absolute reality with this? Do I need to look at whether or not it's helpful to me? It's not ultimately good or bad. I don't have to go to judgment, but just thank goodness for the lessons that I learned. It helps my spirit grow. Go ahead and let them go. If they're excessive or inappropriate, Let the lessons go. Let the feelings go if they're excessive. Sometimes it's necessary to hurt or to see things in a new way. Maybe it makes sense if it's the sum of our actions. Maybe it's not rational or logical and more feelings-based or spiritual. I am open to learning because I certainly do not want to repeat this mistake any more than I have to. This has been painful enough the first time around. Let me not repeat this. I am like a dog with a bone when I want something. I want to learn from this. I want the suffering, the pain to stop. I do not want to repeat the situation. I want to learn from this now. That's why I'm pulling out all the stops with my subconscious. My unconscious, my subconscious. What do I need to change in myself to heal and grow from this, to be done with this? Sometimes I think about wanting to change the future. I can plant the seeds in my future today by growing and developing and maturing. Express acceptance rather than fight whatever happened. Maybe this person and me, we maybe had a karmic interaction. Maybe we sowed seeds that grew into ripeness. Karma isn't just some mystical concept. It's essentially cause and effect. So let's get back to that. What do I need to learn? Is there some sort of forgiveness for myself or for other? Do I need to be more compassionate and loving to myself and what I consider others? Do I need to make forgiveness explicit for myself or the other person? In one line of thinking, there is no other, so forgiving others is truly forgiving myself. Maybe there's some balance that needs to happen. Maybe I said I would never do that, and now, oops, I did it, and I'm learning my lesson the hard way. Interactions with others. Is the bad that they did, is that maybe what I did in a previous relationship? Maybe there's no us versus them, but all this healing is really internal. Maybe there's no other, just loving oneness. My intention is to forgive and not repeat or even harm. I need to accept this pain or my jail time because no one is 100% innocent. And maybe that's what I need to let go of. My sense of innocence or righteous indignation. Maybe there's some smugness in there. I would never do that. I'm better than other people. If it's necessary to endure it, I will. If it's necessary to balance for what I've done in my past, I'll do that. I accept my responsibility in this situation, but only my responsibility. I accept 100% of the part that is mine. I feel guilty for hurting them, maybe. And maybe nobody's punishing me, so I feel the need to punish myself. Or maybe I could think I forgive myself and them for anything that happened earlier in life. I choose not to repeat the past or even my past. Unconscious, please point me in the right direction so I don't hurt more than is necessary to get the job done to learn this lesson. Maybe I'm supposed to learn that, hey, we had a connection, but that doesn't always mean that we should be together. What if I don't trust the person, but I'm attracted to them? Maybe there's something about earlier in life. Or maybe there's something about someone else. Maybe I'm supposed to learn a lesson or unlearn a lesson, or maybe it's to prepare for the future. Maybe it's about checking my brain and checking what my brain tells me. I get hurt by my lover. I hurt other people by loving them. I should come with a warning label. They should come with a warning label. Maybe it's that kind of BS that we need to challenge. Or maybe previously I vowed to marry them. For those of you who believe in past life, if I vowed to marry this person in this life and there were significant changes, does the vow override the change? What if these are the thoughts that we need to challenge and then let go, to just walk away and let go? You will realize your soul's intention for this life itself. Maybe you helped each other grow in many ways. You were their teacher, they're your teacher. They were your boss or your lover, and now you're theirs. Maybe they were your sex slave, and now you're theirs. But remember, you create meaning. You can release the outdated beliefs, the outdated relationships. Just because you agreed to something in a previous time doesn't mean that you have to follow it now. Ask your inner wisdom. Your unconscious knows what to do about this unfinished business. Finish it. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. Let it go. Let it go. Go ahead and laugh and let it go. I'm going to create relationships that are free of the old residues. I accept love. I refuse to block love anymore. I don't deny love anymore. I let love flow right now. I remove any blocks to love. Just let it be. Love is the natural state. It just flows. Let it be. Let it flow. And I hold myself accountable for allowing the love to flow. Remember, if you don't like what's happening, you can make a difference. You're not a victim. I clear my past of any negative residue. I clear my present of any negative residue. I move into the future with no karmic residue. My love can be divine. Can be divine. It is divine. All love is divine. I just need to get out of the way and let it be. It doesn't have to be unrequited love. My love can be divine and is divine. I don't have to be mistreated. I don't have to cling. It doesn't have to be unrequited love. Maybe I've done all that I needed. Maybe I don't have to stay with them any longer. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the letting go. I don't have to stay with them any longer. I don't want to stay with them any longer. A part of me wants to stay, but the larger part, the healthy part, knows that it's not a good idea to stay with them. I don't give up on love. I let the relationship ripen, and when the fruit's ripe, you pick the fruit and you move on. I don't punish myself. I can release any guilt or desire to possess them. They're not an object. They're not mine. I release my desire to pursue them or to possess their love. We both have suffered enough, and I will let it go from there. I let go, move on, and grow. Justice will be done without my guilt. Maybe I made some sort of vow that I don't remember. Maybe I can call to mind some positive past experiences that contradict that vow. I will be happy. I used to sleep really well, and I used to trust people. I used to have self-discipline. I still do, but I used to as well. I want to atone for what I have done if I need forgiveness. If I don't need forgiveness, I just move on. It's okay to trust people again. I can't conceive of being with anyone other than this person, right? And yet with time, I forgive myself for trying to hurt or punish someone. I don't have to have some false narrative or revise history. I didn't do everything right. They didn't do everything right. There's plenty of right and wrong for both of us. No need for that smugness or that righteous indignation. It is not true that one of us is bad or only one of us is innocent. All humans make mistakes, and yet we're all innocent on a different level. Relationships, life, it's about feeling the emotion, being aware of it in the here and now. Feel that emotion. No running away or avoiding. Be courageous, be brave. Lean into the emotion. You got this. Just stay here for a while. Feel it. Feel it. The feeling is a physiological sensation with a thought. Just feel the feeling and watch yourself heal. Hang out with that feeling. Lean into the feeling. Let go of your thinking and just let yourself feel it. Feel it. Lean into the feeling. Let down your guard. Check your ego at the door. Drop the defenses and feel it. Drop your defenses and feel it. Just hang out with that feeling. That's how you get through it, is by feeling it. Good. Good. You can always go back to feeling it. And that thought that comes back, what did I do to deserve that? Maybe I don't need to ask that question. What did I do to deserve this? What if that's irrelevant? I don't need to ask that anymore. Maybe it's as simple as my unconscious mind prevented me from damaging myself. My unconscious is life-affirming. That punishment, that silly punishment, how can I live with myself after I did that? Well, maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe that's just part of life. Maybe that's part of my own humility. I could have done more to protect, or maybe I was overprotective. My conscious mind will never fully understand this. So I'm giving this to my unconscious mind to process for me. I'm going to just rest. All right, unconscious, here we go. You ready? What was my aversion? Was it something about financial ruin or death? Was it some sort of emotional residue? Was there something about winning and losing? And I have to win, but so many have to win and so many have to lose. All right, unconscious. Did it have to do with karma and some sort of interaction in the past? I can forgive and move on. Just let me know. It's over. Maybe it was some sort of enemy or opponent thing, and that's often our greatest teachers, our opponent. I'm okay with the karma stopping here. Cooperation and peace could be our intention for the future. I can decide to be at peace with this person who hurt me. I'm open to the fact that I might accurately or inaccurately be perceiving this. I never have to let this particular pattern happen again. I can grow and learn from it. Maybe my learning, the false learning, was that a person like me can't be with a person like that. That might be one of the lessons that I learned. If I believe that, I would like to challenge that and see if that's really a true statement. Maybe that's the place for logic. Is this a true statement, or am I believing something that does not serve me? What did I learn about myself from this? Maybe I made a couple of different vows, and maybe the different vows contradicted one another. Maybe I said the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Or maybe that's what they said, or maybe I was afraid of what I might find. Go ahead and experience it in any way that comes to you. Stay with it for a while, feel it, and let the feelings be a guide. Ask your unconscious if this statement is true for you. I have to get it right. I need to get it right. What if there's no right or wrong? What if there's no limits? And that's a concept that I just need to reject. What if I don't need to analyze, judge, convince, persuade? Or sometimes I ask myself, did I imagine this whole thing? Did I just make it up? Well, I know I didn't, but I also know that I change reality by how I interact with it. I didn't see it clearly. I know that. I allow myself to go right into it in depth and to feel the experience, to heal it, and to release all my negative parts, all limiting beliefs about this. Right now, I'm planting seeds for the future. My future self, my future life, my future patterns. What seeds do I want to plant for tomorrow? Do I like the seeds that I'm planting? What will I discover in the future that will help me right now? All right, unconscious, what do you want to know about your future life? Go ahead, pay attention to that. Ask your unconscious, what do I need to know about my future life? How will my future help me now? You can positively or negatively impact your future. I release everything that doesn't serve me. I vow to be completely mentally healthy now. I'm going to do what's necessary to be healthy right now. Will future you be happy with the results of today's decisions? Or are you stuck in the past with such thoughts as, I will never get my hopes up again. I will never need again. Is that really the lesson from this relationship? I think you know the answer to that. So stay with this feeling. Stay with this feeling. Let your guard down. Be vulnerable with yourself. Be vulnerable with yourself. Ask your unconscious, direct me to the past life scene that needs healing. Show me the scene and show me how that scene affects me now, how it's connected to the pain in my life. Help me to see my part of the scene and what I need to change. What's the takeaway? I promise to take responsibility for my part and only my part, not the other person's part. I promise to remove blame to myself and to people who are not myself. I promise to use my unconscious mind, not limit myself to my conscious mind. Let's get wisdom where wisdom can be found. Let me look into the faces of my past partners and ask them, what do I need to do to be a better partner, to be more whole, more loving, and a better human being? Allow yourself to hear that answer when it comes. Allow yourself to do something with it, to integrate it, to incorporate it, to accept the shadow self, not just the ideal self that you want other people to see. What do I need to do to grow as a human? Unconscious, please give me the strength to hear the answers and to integrate them. All right, who has a message for me? Is there anything that I need to do to let go of anything in this? What do I need to heal? Thank you, unconscious, for always being there for me, for always helping me answer. Part of what I need to do to heal is to give up beliefs or illusions that I hold closely. I might need to give up opinions, abstractions, illusions, my perspective of an event. Do my beliefs support my purpose? Am I delegating or subcontracting out my thinking? Who else is doing my thinking for me? In what ways am I allowing other people to think for me? Am I using a self-fulfilling prophecy? Can't argue with that.